Let's take a quick look at the IPPTZ. In this video, we're going to go over this camera's specifications, we're going to show you what is included with your purchase, and then we're going to give you some video sample taken from this camera so you can get an exact idea of the video quality you can expect from this camera. With each purchase of this camera, you will receive a user manual, an installation CD, a Cat 5 wire. This is for setting up the camera initially. A mounting bracket. A power supply that needs to be plugged in to power the camera at all times. A bag of 2 screws for mounting the bracket. And of course, the camera. This camera is an indoor wireless PTZ camera. It is a 640 by 480 resolution camera that supports up to full real-time playback. This camera has a 6mm lens and 10 infrared LEDs. This is going to give you night vision up to 25 feet in complete darkness. This camera also has a built-in microphone and is completely controllable through smartphones, tablets, or through a computer. Let's take a quick look at how we would go about mounting this camera. The first step is to either place the camera where you'd like it, or to screw this mount to a wall. You can do this using the 2 screws provided inside the box. All you need to do to attach the camera to the bracket is simply use this mounting screw provided inside the bracket and screw to the bottom of the camera. To make this installation and setup process even easier, we've created another video that basically shows you from start to finish how to get your camera connected and running.
Okay, so here's our web-based interface. I'm using Internet Explorer, but this does support many different browsers, including Safari, Chrome, Firefox, so forth and so on. The user interface that we see here, the camera is set up back in our warehouse. This is on the live video tab over here. This is how we're viewing this camera. You can see over here there's settings. This is how you'll go about adding other devices if you have multiple cameras, your network settings for making it wireless, audio video settings, system, this is pretty general settings, and other for setting up this camera to email alert you if there is motion in front of it. This is a motion detecting camera. It also records video onto the computer, but those features we're going to go over much more extensively in the tutorial video. So for this video, you'll see here on the left hand side we can change the camera after we've added the devices into a multiple grid view. We can have up to 9 cameras simultaneously playing back at one time. You can see here we can change the frame rate of the cameras. This is useful when you're in multiple grid view and you've got 9 cameras. You want to be able to see everything, but maybe you're more interested in one camera than the other. You can adjust the frame rate of each camera to be less or more so that you get a better resolution out of maybe one than the other, or you can play around with it, but I think you get the idea. This is an extremely useful feature. The brightness feature on this camera allows you to adjust manually how much the light the camera takes in. This is useful in situations where you have very low lit areas or overly lit areas. There's a contrast button here, and right here is the basic control. This is your digital control for the camera itself. This will allow you to turn the camera from left to right, up and down, and a combination of both. Down here you'll see that we have we can set preset positions with this camera. So let's say that I want to focus on one of my points of interest is this door right here. I can set this preset position by clicking this and then selecting. You can have up to 16 preset positions. I'll click one and I'll go somewhere else and set another one. I want to be able to look at this shelf. I'm going to turn up the brightness. And what I can do is set another preset position to number 2. I can call those preset positions by clicking the button on the right hand side. So click 1 and you'll see that the camera by itself will go back to the door. We can again select 2 and the camera will go back to the shelf. This camera has a vertical patrol feature, which basically scrolls or pans the camera to face up and down continuously. And we stop that by pressing the button directly under it. And the same thing for left to right. This camera also has a microphone and a speaker on it. So if this camera was in a room where there's someone that you wanted to talk to, you could actually turn on your headset and the microphone, and you'd be able to talk to these people. Overall, I hope this video helped you understand a little bit better about this camera and give you a good idea of the resolution that you're getting from this camera. Like I said, in another video we're going to go over how to set up this camera from start to finish right out of the box. So here's another video shot taken from this camera in the warehouse. This is this camera's infrared capability. I'm just going to pan around, give you a rough idea of the kind of clarity you can expect from this camera's infrared or night vision. You can see here that the video is very clear, even in complete darkness.